Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope everyone is well. It's Archer Remark. I'm back with another Star Wars vintage collection figure. And this time we have another one of the just lowly denizens of Jabba's palace. Another skiff guard, KITHABA. Very cool looking creature, alien. Picked this guy up at a recent haul at my one of the local comic book stores where I live. Don't get there too often. It's a little bit of a trip, but anyway, before we get more detail on the figure, we'll show you the card back as usual. Got the Return of the Jedi logo. You got your usual warning, choking hazard, ages 4 and up. There you have the character name and an image of the character. Definitely a photoshopped image. Well, I don't know if it's Photoshop or mocked up image. However they did it. You have the sail barge in the background and the character in front. And we go down. Got the Kenner logo. And we flip it around. And we'll look over here. Again, you have the vintage collection description, which if you want to read that, feel free to pause the video. I'll try and hold steady so you can read that again. It's the same as all the other vintage collection figures. The description is no different. You go up here, vintage collection 56. You have the vintage collection logo, and again the character name. And the original figure, the original, back then he was known as Barada, which was the species now. Or now we know it as the species, but that's what they called them. Klaatu, Nikto, and Barada. And if you know what reference, that's a reference from an old 50s, I think it's the 50s sci-fi movie, black and white sci-fi movie. That's where the names came from. And Brownie points to whoever knows what movie that's referencing, where George Lucas got those names. Klaatu, Nikto, Barada. And the original card, 1985. It's the original Power of the Force collection. Very cool. And some of the other figures. Let's see, Wedge Antilles, which would be nice to pick up now that they've re-released them, or he's going to be re-released soon. Dr. Evasian, which I reviewed. Ayla, which I reviewed, and let's see, Nominor, and the 501st Clone Trooper, which I haven't picked up. If I pick them up, I pick them up. They're not hugely high on my list, but we'll see. With the usual StarWars.com, Hasbro.com, all this mumbo jumbo. So, onto the figure. And it's very cool. Again, aliens are always so interesting to look at. I mean, it's like, look at that face. Oof, if we can get him. Yeah, I'll get focused a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Oof. And again, I've seen a couple other reviews of this guy, and they talk about the variant on this, which actually I'll get to in a moment. First, as usual, let's give you the up and down 360. And really nice. All kinds of little detail, weathering on his little jacket there, and pouches on the belt, and wrinkles on the clothes. Very nice. Very cool. You can see, you have this little interesting belt buckle, sort of like an X, like a crisscross. It's something a little different. You have, of course, the working holster, and now you have this little kind of bandolier kind of thing with some pouches, and that can move around. But now this was a great idea. hard to pick up, but you can see this little bit of a groove. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's a little bit of a groove where you can move this and it will sort of slot in and keep it from moving around. And that was a nice idea that they did that. And again, I talked about a variant apparently there's a variant where he has a red bandana, which is more screen accurate, which would have been cool, but hey, either one is fine by me. Just glad I found this figure once. You know, nowadays with these waves, if you find a figure once, you're lucky. Okay, 2 weapons. You have this force pike, which we've seen before with other figures. I think we saw it with the slave Leia, probably some of the other skiff guards. In fact, let's see if we can. I'm going to try and get this out. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a better look. Just a basic brown, not too much detail, but it's, you know, it's sculpted fairly nicely there. You know, looks nice. A little more paint app would be nice other than the brown, but it looks good. I still like it. What we did get a little more detail in is this second accessory, is the blaster pistol. You know, a little bit of silver paint. And again, we've seen this weapon with plenty of other figures before. The Jedi Luke and some other skiff guards, I'm sure. And it looks really nice. It fits very nicely in his hand, as does the force pike. And it fits very nicely in the holster. So it's really good. Let's give you another. Yeah, there's another good look at the head sculpt on that guy. It looks really cool. This little bandana. It'd be interesting to see if anyone finds the red bandana version. You know, is that the only difference? Are there any other variations on that figure other than the red bandana? If I ever find it, we'll see. Who knows? So there you go. This is KITHABA, another one of Jabba's guards. I love collecting these guys from the Jabba's skiff and Jabba's palace. And there's a wave coming out. Whoa. There's a wave coming out. I'm not sure when, but at some point it's going to have an update of the Nikto guard, I believe. So that'll be another one that'll be interesting to find. So let's see what we get in here. Boy, this camera doesn't want to focus on this. This guy's so ugly that the camera doesn't want to focus on him. And we'll hold it better. There we go. And we'll keep it on there. So yeah, so there he is. There is KITHABA, the skiff guard. So as usual, you know, hope you enjoyed this review. It's a pretty good figure. Again, if you could find this figure, definitely pick him up. Again, if you're interested in these Jabba's palace guys, these skiff guard guys, which are always pretty cool, I think. As usual, hope you liked the review. Comment, rate, subscribe. And until then, may the Force be with you.